Doctor, where's Katie gone?
What? Katie? Katie!
She was there and then she vanished, Doctor.
What? Charles? Oh, I suppose I'm next then. Oh, come on, man, take me. I've seen this technology before. I know how it works. Go on, take me.
If only the Doctor knew of my ultimate plan to succeed. With my new Daleks I have created, nothing in this world will be able to save him and his precious companions. The Doctor's life shall be mine. The Doctor and his friends shall be exterminated!
Ugh. What was that? Doctor? Charles? Charles? What's happening?
Katie, where's the Doctor?
Never mind that. Where are we?
Some kind of chamber. Metallic walls and a chill in the air.
Do you think this is another one of the Trickster's dimensions?
I don't think so. I'd imagine we'd have been safe from those inside the TARDIS.
Where do you suppose we even are?
Perhaps if we find a way to get out of this chamber, we'll begin to find some answers.
If we could find a door or something, then I'm sure we'd be able to open it.
Here, I found one. There's a breeze coming in through this little rut in the wall. This means it's a door, conventional or not.
There's no handle, though.
What is that? Up there in the corner of the room in the shadows. It looks like an orb of some kind.
I'm not an expert by any means, but I think it holds a striking resemblance to a security camera.
So we're being watched.
Looks that way, yes. But what for?
And who by?
Let's find out. Hey, you! Big brother! Mind telling us what's going on?
Maybe there's no microphone.
Or they don't want to speak to us. Let us out!
See? All you had to do was ask nicely.
More metal corridors. Don't like this place.
What was that?
What?
It looked like some kind of machine.
Where?
Down there, at the other end of this corridor. It just went around the corner as we came in. Perhaps it can tell us where we are.
Let's see if we can find it again.
But it was just here.
It's gone now, though.
It can't have gotten far. Let's keep it looking.
Fine. This place is so creepy. There's no one here at all.
Other than the machine we're following.
Yes, obviously. But I mean, where are the people? If this is some kind of city, then surely there must be people. Or even if it's some kind of army base, we'd have been taken captive or something.
Yes, it does seem a tad disconcerting, doesn't it? Hello, what do we have here?
These look like stasis pods of some kind.
They've all been destroyed. Look, skeletons inside of them. They all look human.
This one is still intact. Okay, they may look human, but they certainly aren't human. Look.
Yes, definitely not human. Definitely an aged fellow, shown by his contours and wrinkles.
What do you think happened here?
I've no idea.
Hold on, there's a terminal. I'll see if I can pull anything up about where we are. And then we'll try and find the doctor if we can.
And if we can't?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, Charles.
Katie, I think you may have done something to this pod.
Well, maybe whoever he is could shed some light on our situation.
Who are you kidding? With our luck, he'll probably try and kill us.
Don't jinx it! Oh, that stink!
Quite putrid.
Where am I?
You've been asleep in this pod.
Are you okay?
Are we still at war?
Your people are at war?
With the dreaded Thar race, murderous militaristic warlords who crave only bloodshed.
That's horrible. This whole place is empty. We didn't see anyone at all.
You are not Carlets.
No, we're humans. My name is Katie Allison. This is Charles Alexander. Is that what you are? A Carlet?
Yes. Or I was. Until the war claimed full use of my body. My name is Davros.
It is an honor to meet you, Davros. I'm afraid I know the struggles of wartime all too well.
I wish to see the city, to see if any of my fellow Carlets survived the war.
Of course.
Perhaps on the way you can inform us as to how this war began.
Very well, I shall oblige. The Carlets and the Thars once lived in harmony. We shared resources and knowledge. It was quite the utopia. However, the Thars grew hungry for more. They no longer wished to share the lands of this world, and their greed slowly drew them and the Carlets into all-out warfare.
That must have been very difficult for you and your people.
Oh no. This was long before my time. The war raged on between the two races for centuries, millennia even. Our technology decayed until we were near barbarism. All that was left to us were weapons and famine.
Our world, Earth, has suffered two wars which claim many millions of lives, but I dread to think how they would fare against the machinations of your war that you speak of.
Yes, I see it in your eyes. You have seen war.
Yes, I try my best to forget those days.
Go on.
Yes. Silly of me to get sidetracked halfway through my story. The war grew ever more desperate between the two races as the natural resources of this world deteriorated and withered away. The battles became more violent and desperate. Finally, as a final endgame, the Thals mounted all of their forces and stormed this once prosperous city. I panicked. I did not know what to do, and so I placed myself in the stasis pod, hoping to outlive the assault, and then make my escape.
But you didn't have a way to get out of the stasis.
A detail it appears I did not consider until it was already too late. You have my gratitude for waking me.
I think I see a window up ahead.
I had not expected the city to have fallen into such disarray as this.
I'm sorry.
All of my friends, my family, they were all in the city when the assault began.
I have seen one too many lives destroyed by war. Do not worry, Davros. We have a friend.
If we ever find him.
His name is the Doctor. We're going to find him and get you away from here.
Charles?
I'm not going to leave this man alone in what was once his home. It's cruel and inhuman.
Thank you. Charles, was it? You have a kind heart.
Think nothing of it. I'm sure you would do the same for us.
Yes.
Davros, when we arrived here, we noticed a camera. It wouldn't let us out of the room until we addressed it directly.
Oh, that would have been the city's security. It is programmed for voice command.
Right. But when we left the room, Charles saw something.
Oh?
It was some kind of machine. It moved of its own accord. I didn't see very much of it. In fact, only the smallest of glances, but it appeared to have round objects on its lower half.
Those are just the security drones. They patrolled the city. An old wartime precaution, you understand.
Like watchmen.
I suppose so, yes. Though I am surprised they were not destroyed in the Thal assault.
There was something else. We were in our ship. It's called the TARDIS. And suddenly, without warning, we were here.
Yes, I saw Katie disappear. It was very odd.
Yeah, and when you appeared in the room with me, it looked like a teleport.
These systems are old, Miss Allison. Far older than I'd care to venture a guess at. It is entirely possible they latched onto your passing ship, thinking it a supply ship, and systematically teleported the ship's contents, which just so happened to be you two.
The TARDIS isn't just another everyday ship.
Then perhaps we should ask your physician friend when we find him. I am sure he will make the planet fall after he realized 2 of his crew members have vanished.
Perhaps, though it wouldn't surprise me if it slips his mind for another few hundred years.
Like that time on Floranis Minor. Remember that?
We were stuck there for a week when the doctor left us by accident, then came back a few hundred years later from his point of view. You gave him such a slap that day.
I'm allergic to mosquito bites, and he left us in the middle of a jungle.
It appears you have travelled to many worlds. Would you humour an old war veteran with a few tales?
We'd be happy to. There was this one time we landed in close proximity to a... What was it again, Katie?
Black hole?
Yes, that was it. We ended up in a rather dire situation where...
From my TARDIS? The nerve! Need to find them. Kitty? Charles? Where is everyone? Not even any Daleks. Undoubtedly a trap. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I don't have time to be fiddling around with hundreds and hundreds of security doors like this. Oh, Doctor, you've really messed up this time. Even if you do find Katie and Charles, how are you going to get off Skaro before the Daleks descend on this location without the TARDIS? Talking to myself now, am I? Honestly, I pick up the worst habits.
We've been walking for hours. How far does this city go?
This was once the hub of Carnage activity. The capital city. In a sense. It is generously sized.
Well, it's not too generous on my feet.
Not to worry, Katie. We'll soon be out of here and then we can find a way to track down the doctor.
And what if we can't? What if we're stuck here for the rest of our lives in this ruined, run-down mess of a city? No offense.
None taken.
The doctor has always been there. Whenever we've ended up getting ourselves lost, he's always tracked us down to come and get us.
So far? How long can he keep that up? When will "we're lost again" be the last one?
I'm sure the doctor will be more than happy to listen to your grievances when he finds us again. Until then, I suggest we keep going.
Katie! Charles!
Finally!
Doctor.
Run!
Exterminate them! Exterminate!
Get down!
Doctor, what is happening?
Those look like the security drones we saw earlier, Katie.
people. Hear me, Charles. These are the Daleks.
I could not have wished for a finer execution of my plan, Doctor. You and your companions played your parts admirably.
What's going on?
You mentioned Daleks once.
These are not mere security drones, Charles Alexander. These are Daleks. My Daleks. My royal guard, so to speak.
I wondered when your ego would grow big enough to warrant private security.
I seem to sense a fleeting glint of admiration, Doctor. Could it be you are beginning to see the value of my glorious creations?
Enough games, Davros. Why have you brought us here?
Isn't it obvious, Doctor? Split them up. You will stand apart.
Do as they say. These brutes look particularly trigger-happy.
You will move away from one another, or you will be exterminated!
Doctor, you know Davros?
We go way back.
You never said.
I do not need to explain my actions to you. I will not deny I had my reasons for separating you two from the Doctor.
What have you been telling them? Everything he's told you is probably a lie.
About how the Thals wiped out the Khaleds?
The Thals wiped out the Khaleds? What ludicrous nonsense.
You lied about the war.
Oh, there was a war, alright. This megalomaniac you see before you decided he'd make the ultimate weapon. He took his own people, experimented on them, made them unrecognisable, then put them in tanks and told them to hate everything that isn't like them and wipe it out indiscriminately.
We won the war.
But you lost control. In your conditioning, you forgot to mention that you were superior to them, didn't you, Davros?
The renegade Daleks were soon taken care of.
But not before you lost your hand.
Enough of this prattle, Doctor!
Why did you want Charles and I away from the Doctor?
I wanted to know you both. I wanted to assess the quality of the Doctor's company.
Why?
Why? Because I care, Doctor.
Care? You couldn't care about anything if your life depended on it.
Katie, you strike me as a young woman who would do well in a war. You are fierce and independent.
What?
You would make a most exquisite candidate to become a Dalek.
One of those things?
Stop it.
Yet you have experienced the horrors of war. I see in your eyes the fear, never knowing if the next bomb that drops will end your life, or if walking through a field will result in being blown to smithereens. The stench of death, you know it. The people you've loved and lost, whilst you stand there, helpless and unable to escape from the torment.
I did escape. I found the Doctor and Katie. They're my family now.
Foolish child. Do you not see? Miss Allison is correct. Eventually, there will come a time when the Doctor will not be able to save you.
Don't listen to him, Charles. He's trying to get inside your head.
There was such a time when the Doctor failed to save me. So I know for certain that his timely rescue can never truly be counted upon.
I tried to save you from the nightmare, child Davros. I couldn't get to you in time.
Your optimism, despite the uncensored horrors of war, remind me of myself. I do not like to be reminded of what I once was. Weak, forgiving, willing to give the benefit of the doubt. Exterminate him.
No!
Charles!
Halt, or you will be exterminated!
Charles!
Why did you do that?
Because I wanted to know which of the two of you I would prefer to see die in person.
You're insane.
Right. Though I see little point in complaining. You will be joining him shortly.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
You do not, Doctor. You are defenseless, without your TARDIS, trapped in the midst of a city filled with my Daleks, all with orders to kill. An idea has occurred to me. You have no way off this planet, so why should I kill you now and lose the fun that could be had in degrading you and causing you as much humiliation as possible, as you watch your friends die around you, all alone on a hostile world?
Get to your point.
I suggest a game. I shall call off my Daleks' kill command, and I shall let you attempt to flee. You cannot escape this world, but death without hope leaves a bit of a bitter spin on proceedings.
What about Charles?
Disqualified, due to ill health. Withdraw. Oh, and Doctor, my Daleks may not shoot on sight, but they are not the only danger that lurks within the city. I need a royal guard for a reason, do I not?
Oh, Charles, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Katie.
Leave us alone.
Katie, we have to move from here.
I'm not leaving him.
There could be anything lurking in these corridors, Katie. We're sitting ducks here.
I said leave us alone.
I promise we'll come back for him. I won't let him stay here. As soon as we get to the TARDIS, we'll come straight back here and get him, okay?
Time ticks down, Doctor. Your head start is wearing quickly away. It would be foolish to remain stationary.
We're leaving.
No, I'm not leaving him here by himself. Let me go. Doctor, stop it. Charles! This is your fault.
Katie, you're upset.
Charles is dead because of you.
If I cannot see you dead, Doctor, then I shall ensure you never leave the city.
What on earth was that?
You are the Doctor. You will be exterminated!